How do you design websites so that people with visual impairments can still use them, or those who can't use a mouse or a keyboard, say? It's a hot issue, especially since the rights of disabled users were recently enshrined in a United Nations convention. Well, the W3C has a web accessibility initiative looking into all this. It's based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and from our Boston studio nearby, the initiative's director, Judy Brewer, began by discussing some of the problems experienced by users with visual impairments. The way we do these programs, we do them as live, which means we have to finish at a certain point. And so that means each item we do has a timing attached to it. So for instance, this last one I'm doing with Mark Ward at CES. You can probably see that. I've already recorded that, and you can see I've written 55 on the top of the script. So it means that the chat I have with Bill that leads into that item has to finish at exactly 55 minutes. So then we can start the Mark Ward interview at 55 minutes and 30 seconds, and that takes about 3 minutes. So we're out of that at about 58:30. So it's 58 minutes and 30 seconds, which gives me about around 20 seconds to wrap the program up. And whatever happens, I have to shut up at exactly 58 minutes and 58 seconds. I know this isn't much use to you because you can't quite see the clock there because there's a mic in the way. I would move the mic, but then of course nobody would hear me in the actual program. And if you've wondered what I do during the program, especially when Bill isn't here, he's actually down the line in our Newcastle studio, then I have my friend here. Well, not quite as good a friend as Bill, but keyboard, computer, and our good friend Twitter. Incidentally, I'm Gareth M on Twitter. Cheers. And I'm just being told we've got a minute to go. And so Bill and I actually talk to each other through Twitter on the programme, so I'm just going to send him a tweet now. Hi, Bill. Anyway, this is about to finish, so I'd better start rambling. Maybe I'll even talk about Facebook.
The research, I remember what Groucho Marx said about Doris Day, that he knew her before she was a virgin. And I think that's true here. The companies have discovered they're greener than they feared, and are using that as marketing. So I think there's some scepticism there. And people tend to buy on price and brand before they buy on green issues anyway.
That's Mark Ward talking about CES. That's pretty much for this week. But if you can't wait until next week for Digital Planet, you can, of course, download the podcast or come and join us on the Facebook and Orkut social networking sites. Just type in BBC Digital Planet into either of them. And in fact, you can see a little video that I'm recording right now and putting my thumbs up to the camera. The producer today has been Deborah Cohen. I'm Gareth Mitchell. Thanks also to Bill Thompson. See you next week. Bye-bye.